As women age, we're always on the lookout for ways to maintain a youthful, stylish appearance. Fashion is more than just picking clothes. It's about creating a fresh, confident, and elegant look. The right pieces can not only make you feel comfortable, but also make you look years younger than your actual age. In this article, I'll introduce the fashion trends for 2026 that will help women look younger while keeping their style on point. These trends go beyond appearances. They're designed to make you feel more confident and stylish in your everyday life. The 2026 fashion trends will blend modern elements with classic sophistication, offering versatility that fits various lifestyles and body types. The goal is to help women, especially those over 60, rediscover their youthful energy while maintaining their timeless elegance. Trend 1: Brut denim. Brut denim, also known as natural denim, is a type of fabric that hasn't been chemically treated, dyed, or distressed. It retains the raw, original look of the fabric with a deep, rich color and a sturdy, structured feel. This type of denim is naturally durable and long-lasting, making it the perfect addition to any wardrobe for those looking for timeless, quality pieces. What makes brut denim stand out is that it's not processed with harsh chemicals, giving it a longer lifespan and keeping the fabric's natural integrity intact. This means it not only provides a youthful, fresh appearance, but is also an investment in a durable piece that will stay in style for years. Denim has long been a symbol of casual, cool, and youthful energy. Brut denim takes this further by offering a clean, unaltered finish that's sophisticated yet effortlessly cool. The lack of fading, rips, or distressing gives it a polished, refined look that complements any wardrobe, from casual to slightly more elevated styles. The beauty of brut denim lies in its versatility. Whether paired with a simple t-shirt, a tailored shirt, or a cozy sweater for colder months, it's a wardrobe staple that can be dressed up or down. For a casual, youthful vibe, it pairs beautifully with leather jackets or blazers, creating a sleek, stylish look that's both comfortable and fashionable. Brut denim is a perfect choice for those looking to add a timeless, stylish piece to their collection. It brings out an active, energetic vibe while still maintaining a sense of refinement. It's the kind of piece that stays relevant, and whether you're wearing it with a basic tee or a smart jacket, it'll help you achieve that effortlessly chic look that radiates youth. Give brut denim a try and see how it transforms your style. You'll feel more energetic and confident. If you've had an experience where a certain piece of clothing made you feel younger, share your story in the comments below. Trend 2: Soft boho blouses. Soft boho blouses are characterized by their delicate ruffles and lightweight fabric, creating a soft, feminine look that's both comfortable and stylish. The lightweight material is perfect for hiding body flaws like a little tummy or flabby arms, giving you a sleek and fresh appearance. The boho style, with its ruffled details, brings out a natural, effortless beauty that radiates femininity while still being sophisticated. These blouses are not only comfortable but also incredibly versatile. They're great for casual outings, parties, or even work, making them a perfect go-to for many occasions. What makes the soft boho blouse so appealing is its ability to blend comfort with style. The loose, airy fabric flows with your movements, making you feel at ease while maintaining a chic vibe. Whether paired with jeans, skirts, or tailored pants, it offers a light, elegant look without trying too hard. This style is timeless and adaptable, easily incorporated into any wardrobe. The boho blouse gives off a relaxed yet polished vibe, making it a staple piece for anyone wanting to maintain a youthful and elegant appearance. It's perfect for those who want to look effortlessly stylish without compromising on comfort. Try incorporating a soft boho blouse into your wardrobe and see how it transforms your style. You'll feel comfortable, stylish, and youthful all at once. Trend 3: Worker jacket. The worker jacket, also known as a utilitarian jacket, is made from durable fabrics like linen and twill, providing both sturdiness and comfort. With a straight cut and large pockets, this jacket offers a distinct style that's both practical and fashion-forward. The design combines functionality with a strong, casual aesthetic, making it an ideal choice for a variety of occasions. The utilitarian style of the worker jacket brings a modern, dynamic vibe while still maintaining an air of sophistication. It's not just about looking young and fresh, it's also about looking effortlessly stylish. The versatility of this jacket allows you to pair it with almost anything, from jeans and skirts to tailored pants. Whether you're running errands, heading to work, or going on a weekend trip, the worker jacket adapts to your lifestyle without sacrificing style. The worker jacket is a must-have for anyone who appreciates practicality and modern fashion. Its durable fabric and simple design provide comfort while keeping you looking chic. This jacket is perfect for creating a balanced look that's both youthful and sophisticated. It's the ideal outerwear piece for anyone looking to elevate their everyday wardrobe, with a functional yet stylish option. Pair the worker jacket with other key pieces like brut denim jeans. For an effortlessly cool and youthful look, the combination will give you a sleek, modern style that's perfect for any occasion. Trend 4. Wedge shoes. Wedge shoes or wedge heel boots stand out with their solid, continuous heel design that provides excellent comfort and stability while walking. These shoes not only give you added height but also ensure comfort, making them perfect for those who aren't accustomed to wearing traditional high heels but still want to look stylish and tall. With their modern and versatile design, wedge shoes pair effortlessly with a variety of outfits, from jeans and skirts to office dresses. They offer a great balance of comfort and elegance, giving you a youthful and chic appearance without sacrificing practicality. Wedge heels are ideal for occasions where you need to move around a lot, such as events or casual outings, while still maintaining a polished look. The beauty of wedge shoes lies in their ability to combine style and comfort. They help you achieve a taller look while providing the necessary support for all-day wear. Whether you're attending a party, strolling around the city, or running errands, wedge shoes are the perfect option for adding a touch of sophistication and confidence to your outfit. These shoes are a great option for those seeking both height and comfort, making them an essential addition to any wardrobe. Trend 5. Graphic tees. Graphic tees stand out with their creative prints that allow you to showcase your personal style and individuality. These shirts are made from soft, comfortable fabrics, making them perfect for daily activities. With a variety of designs and images, graphic tees are not just fashion pieces, but a way to express your interests and personality. These tees are incredibly versatile, pairing well with everything from jeans and shorts to skirts, offering a youthful, modern look. Thanks to their comfort and adaptability, graphic tees are ideal for casual outings, family events, or even relaxed social gatherings. They make it easy to stand out while staying comfortable. Graphic tees are a great way to highlight your style without compromising on comfort. They let you showcase your personality in a fun, effortless way. Whether you're looking to make a bold statement or just add a playful touch to your wardrobe, graphic tees are a perfect choice. With the ability to mix and match with various outfits, graphic tees are a must-have for those who love to combine comfort with personal expression. Trend 6. Cat-eye sunglasses. Cat-eye sunglasses feature a distinctive frame with upward angles, adding sharpness and a youthful touch to your face. The pointed edges of the frame highlight your eyes, making them appear brighter and more expressive. This design not only enhances the overall shape of your face, but also adds an element of elegance and modern flair. These sunglasses are the perfect accessory to elevate your look, giving you a confident, youthful appearance. They're ideal for outdoor events, casual outings, or any occasion where you want to stand out and express your personal style. Beyond providing protection from the sun, cat-eye sunglasses serve as a bold fashion statement, making them a must-have accessory. Cat-eye sunglasses are an essential addition to any wardrobe, offering both functionality and style. They provide a sophisticated yet playful vibe, helping you look refreshed, vibrant, and full of life. Trend 7. Solid color dresses made from natural fabrics. Solid color dresses made from natural fabrics like cotton and linen offer a lightweight, breathable feel that's perfect for staying comfortable all day long. These fabrics are ideal for warmer weather, providing a soft, airy feel that's easy to wear throughout the day. The beauty of a solid color dress lies in its simplicity and elegance, with no complicated patterns or designs, giving the wearer a sleek, refined look. One of the main reasons to choose a solid color dress is its versatility. It pairs effortlessly with accessories like belts, heels, or scarves to create a standout look. The simplicity of the dress allows you to be creative with how you style it, making it a go-to option for everything from casual outings to more formal occasions. A solid color dress gives off a fresh, polished vibe while remaining comfortable and stylish. A solid color dress is perfect for those who love understated elegance and modern simplicity. Whether you're out for a casual walk, working, or meeting friends, this type of dress ensures you look confident and put together without feeling overly dressed up. You can easily mix and match a solid color dress with various accessories or even pair it with a more structured piece like a worker jacket to create a balanced, stylish look. Let's explore how the worker jacket can add a trendy twist to your wardrobe next. Trend 8. Crop jackets and fitted blazers. Crop jackets and fitted blazers are must-have pieces for a youthful and polished look. The tailored fit of these styles highlights your body's natural curves, giving you a sleek and flattering silhouette. A crop jacket adds height and energy, while a fitted blazer sculpts the waist and shoulders, offering a refined yet modern look. These pieces work for a variety of body types, from slim to fuller figures, and can be easily paired with jeans, skirts, or tailored pants to create a chic and versatile outfit. Fitted blazers are perfect for maintaining an elegant appearance while still looking fresh and youthful. They're ideal for professional settings, social gatherings, or casual outings. Crop jackets and fitted blazers are great for creating a youthful vibe without sacrificing sophistication. Their versatility allows for endless outfit combinations, giving you the freedom to experiment with different styles while staying effortlessly stylish. Trend 9. Statement accessories. Statement accessories such as scarves, belts, and creative jewelry are perfect for adding a bold accent to your outfit. These accessories not only enhance the overall look but also reflect your unique personality. A brightly colored scarf, a standout belt, or eye-catching jewelry can transform an outfit, making it more distinctive and stylish. Accessories are a great way to elevate your style without needing to change your entire wardrobe. They can turn a simple outfit into something remarkable and full of character. A colorful scarf can completely change your appearance, giving you a lively and fun vibe, while a belt can accentuate your waist and add a touch of elegance to your look. Statement accessories are essential for bringing youthfulness and personality to your wardrobe. Incorporating these accessories will help you make a statement and instantly elevate your outfit, making you feel more confident and stylish. Trend 10. Long hair. Long hair, when well maintained, can make you look younger, more confident, and elegant. It highlights your facial features, creating a soft, flattering appearance. Long hair isn't just about age. It's a timeless choice that helps maintain a youthful and fresh look without the need to cut it short. Long hair also offers versatility when it comes to styling. You can easily switch up your look with straight, sleek hair, soft waves, or a chic updo, making it easy to adapt to any occasion. Whether for daily wear or special events, long hair gives you endless styling options. Maintaining long hair boosts your confidence and makes you stand out in any situation. It's an ideal choice for those who want to keep their natural beauty, youthful energy, and flexibility in their style. These fashion trends will help you look younger and boost your confidence. Knowing how to choose the right pieces is an art, and it's something you can master at any age. Always choose clothing that complements your body and expresses your personal style. Keep experimenting and finding new ways to shine, because every woman deserves to feel beautiful and youthful. Give these trends a try and feel the transformation in your style. Don't forget to share your thoughts. And feel free to pass this along to your friends so they too can embrace a younger, more confident version of themselves.